Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's your Off-Grid Warrior. If anybody can hear me, could somebody let me know in chat that at least audio is working. Yeah, guys, let me know in chat if audio is working, please. Thank you. Yeah, awesome. Mr. Pro Gun Fred. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming along. Awesome. So you can hear me. Hopefully audio is okay. I spent quite a bit of the day trying to figure out some audio issues, so hopefully I'm clear and everything's fine. Yeah, hi Casey, thanks. Thanks for the feedback. It does help. Okay, well, here I am. And I'm still getting my head around the whole streaming thing, guys. So bear with me, all right? I'm not quite a boomer, but you know, I feel like a boomer when I'm fiddling with this stuff. There's a lot of knobs and graphs and buttons to kind of watch. Definitely not my forte. But anyways, guys, thanks for those of you that tuned in. Thank you. Probably move my steaming hot cup of coffee away from the camera and the keyboard. It was a hectic day. Today I was hoping to get the stream going at noon, but I realized very quickly that that wasn't going to happen. Had a bunch of things going on, and then had some technical difficulties with getting it up and running. So yeah, guys, unfortunately I have to stream this at 720p, so you know, the resolution's not that great. I'm on satellite, so on Starlink, so I can't you know, shoot this out to the universe at high quality because I'll have some problems. So let me know, guys, if it looks okay. You know, if you're watching this on a big screen, it probably looks horrible, so you could always just minimize it, and the 720p will look a little bit better. Hey, Scott Wallace, greetings. Welcome, mate. Thanks for coming by. A few names that are familiar here, so forgive me, guys. As you know, I've been doing this for a long time. Well, not the streaming, but a lot of you guys have been hanging around for a few years, and forgive me if I forget your names. So yeah, how is the quality of the stream, guys? Does it seem okay? Is it viewable? We'll dial in all this stuff before we get going. I do have some good footage for you guys that we'll watch, and you know, and I'll take any questions. I have about 20 minutes of clips that I've taken over the last few weeks, and I'm going to show you guys that, and I'll be monitoring chat while we do it. And if you got any questions, you can ask me while we're watching, and we can chat about it, you know, if you have more questions after the stream. So yeah, that's the plan. Watch some clips and go from there. Okay, Ken, is it Ken? Yeah, 5x5, awesome. Quality is good enough. Pro Gun Fred, thank you. Yeah, guys, I think there's a bit of a delay as well. I don't know, it might even be 20 seconds or so. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad. It's good on a 24-inch screen. Wow, awesome. Okay, I know it's going to look great on a phone, and if you minimize it on your computer or tablet, it should look fine. Anyways, guys. Yeah, so what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to run a 20-minute collage of clips that I've been wanting to do some stuff with for a while now. I'm you know, not the best when it comes to being motivated for YouTube videos. For some reason, I need to get my butt into gear. Life kind of gets, you know, hectic up here. There's always something going on. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit better with the videos, getting some videos out here, and trying to get back on the whole YouTube wagon, so to speak. So I'm just looking at chat right now. You're good, but the voice sounds a little like okay, like a limey. Well, Ken, just for the record, I'm not a limey. So, but yeah, cheers to you, mate. Thanks. They call that dead silence. Okay, guys, let me bring the mic a little bit bigger, a bit closer. I don't want to sound too limey. Let me know if I'm getting more limey. Okay, guys, so let me get some clips rolling here, guys. I'm going to be watching the chat as these clips roll. If you guys have anything to say, or if I feel I want to stop the clip and talk about something. But yeah, you know, just sit back, make yourself a drink, have some coffee, preferably not a drink. Have some coffee or tea. And we're just going to watch some clips that I put together. Hopefully you guys get something out of it. And like I say, I'll watch chat and answer any questions that arise. So yeah, let's do it, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let's start it. I did try and have everything set up for you guys and do a dry run, but you know how that goes. You know, you can have the best plans till somebody hits you in the face, and then you don't have plans anymore. So yeah, let's find it. Stream vids. Okay, guys. Yeah, let me know. Hopefully the audio works for you guys. If there's anything weird going on, let me know, guys. John Citizen, bless you, brother. Love what you do. Thank you, John. Yeah, I know I've been not doing much lately on the YouTube and so on, but yeah, we're going to give it a go again and get things going. So here we go. Let's roll with the clips. If I can get it working, guys. Yeah. So yeah, somebody let me know. Are you seeing this? I'm rolling some clips right now. Can you still hear me? Is everything good? I need feedback, guys. Yeah, thanks, Casey. Thanks, Ken. Thank you, John. Rogan, Fred. Cheers. Hey guys, so this is actually how I get my water for Doggo and my chickens and the quail, and of course clean up any washing dishes and so on. I typically find myself down at the creek here once a week. I don't know about gold, Kevin. I mean, who knows? It's possible, but I don't think so. What's up, Ups? You hear something? What's up? What's up? You smell something? Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's Ranger and me, the off-grid warrior, doing a few trips up the mountain. I managed, well, let's just say super blessed. I got my hands on some free firewood, so it's like money in the bank, guys. So we got a few hauls, a few loads to do, but I wanted to share that view with you guys. Is that not beautiful? No, not me. The colors, guys. Look at those colors. Take it in. Yeah, beautiful time of the year. We've had all types of critters up on the mountain. Wolves, yes. And coyotes, plenty of coyotes. So Ranger's nose is in overtime right now, but look at those colors. Wow. Yeah, guys, the first couple years that I was up here, I did not have a quad. So, you know, everything was brought up on foot, everything from water to supplies. I was really blessed to get the quad. You know, it's a small quad. It's only 250 and it's two-wheel drive. Not really a quad technically, but it does the job. As soon as the snow hits the ground though, and we have lots of snow, it kind of becomes useless, but I'm pretty grateful, blessed to have that quad. Yeah, thanks, KR. It is a beautiful view. Okay, I think we're up for the day. Chores done. Hungry. Yeah, take it easy. Yes, the wonderful winter chores, guys. I learned the hard way. It's best to have all your wood cut before winter. The first year was less than ideal. I cut wood as I needed it, or chopped it, or split it as needed, which wasn't the best route of attack, but yeah, I've dialed things in over the years. Yeah, Scott, we've definitely improved things. It's been baby steps. It's taken me quite a while. Yeah, Casey, I'm in the far northern reaches of Montana, close to the northern Idaho border. Yeah, Casey, Missoula's okay. You know, big college town. I've been there a few times. It was pretty busy. Not really my thing. Hey, Pro-Gun Fred, yeah, the smoker's doing well, man. Loving it. Actually, I have meat in there right now that I'll be babysitting all night. Yeah, Ken, it is spiffy. Yes, I'm the king of the hill. This is a mansion, sir. Excuse me, I don't understand you. What are you saying? You telling me you can't get through here? Oh. Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's me, the off-grid warrior and ranger, somewhere over there. Well, today I'm doing my favorite snack. We're going to be starting the cure or smoke on one of my favorite little meat treats. I've got some top round over here. We'll be cutting in strips, and then I'll be marinating it in these here items. We've got Worcestershire sauce, apple cider, malt vinegar, and sriracha. Now, I don't typically use both of these vinegars, but I have a very little of both of them left, so I'm just going to mix them up. So that's the wet brine, and yeah, the meat strips will be soaked for a couple hours, and then we'll get them in the smoker. So that's what I do. There's a few other steps. We're also going to do a dry rub on that after the soak. So yeah, let's do it. Well, here you can see the slices, guys. Apologies about the shadow behind, because Ranger's very excited. Ken, I've probably only been making fires now for about the last 2 weeks. 3/4 inch thick. Very small cabin. I don't use a lot of wood. Perhaps the entire winter I'll use a cord. With the grain, Maximum
That'll
quarter
just
and a
make it easier
half
to
at
eat
the most.
after it's dried. So there we go. That's what the slices look like, and we'll get the marinade ready next. Okay guys, so there you have it, meat in a bag marinating. And what I'll do now is I'll go put it in the refrigerator, and I'll leave it in there for a couple hours at the most. I may go in there a few times and, you know, massage the meat and flip the bag, ensuring everything gets coated. And what I'm really looking for is I want that meat to eventually in the end be gray. We're going to go from the reddish color to a gray color. Again, no more than a couple hours. Now there are people out there that will marinate this overnight. I've done that, and I just found the vinegar flavor in the meat is just a little overpowering for me, but you know, some people enjoy it. So a couple hours, we're good. Well guys, we're kind of ready for the next phase over here. What I've got here is some coriander. I've roasted it in this pan here, already done that, and it's just a light roast, you know, get a little bit of a smoke, kick it around, let it smoke a bit more and pull it off. I'm going to be grinding up the coriander in this here coffee bean grinder. We really want to end up with a coarse to medium grind on the coriander. And then I've got salt and pepper here, a salt and pepper mix, and then Himalayan sea salt. And I realized, guys, I kind of screwed up on this one. What you're supposed to do before marinating the meat is actually get some good coarse salt on it. Work that salt into the meat and let it sit for you know, an hour or two, so that salt can draw as much moisture out of the meat, and then go on to the marinade. But I skipped that. Call it a brain fart, I don't know. So anyways, guys, do that before. Salt your meat, let it sit, and then marinate it after salting. You can kick off some of the salt after salting, you know, brush it off with your hand, you know, nothing major, and then do the marinade. So
Sorry, Ken, I missed your question there. I'm at about 3,200 feet.
okay, guys, so yeah, there we go. We got the meat padded down with our dry rub, and we got our hooks over here. And this is the little smoker box. Right now I have some apple wood in the bucket there in some water. We're gonna just soak it a bit, and later on, probably in about an hour, once it's heated in here and the fire's going good, I'll get the apple wood on top of the grill. But for now, I'm gonna get some hooks in the meat and hang it up in the smoker. Yum. Oh, greetings, salutations, guys and girls. Working on a little project today. feeling a little out of shape. I've been a little under the weather the last couple of days. So I'm getting out and doing something I've been wanting to do for some time. So I'll probably have it done tomorrow, but today's a good day to start. Hope you guys are doing well. Cheers. Ah.
Yeah, Ken, peeling 100 fence posts, yeah, that'll be a good bit of work for sure. Here I am, I'm just putting some preservative on these poles. They tend to rot pretty fast, you know, if you don't put something on them. Well, guys, you know, I do keep to the KISS method of, you know, keeping it simple. As you will see here, I believe that less is more, and I try not to overthink anything that I build. Of course, it may fall down in 2 or 3 years, but, you know, hey, what an adventure.
Move.
And that, gentlemen, is how you build an A-frame. You see, 10 minutes, done. Yeah, Ranger's always up for activity when I'm working. Often he's in the way. Yeah, Scott, the log cabin was something completely different, for sure. That was It was extremely time consuming to scrub fit the log cabin. That's why I just framed this one up.
I think it'll work. Ah, yes, the cooking center. Cooking center and, you know, hot water showers begin there. Well, not out there, but, you know, the water begins there and then it goes inside. Well, guys, it's a sad day indeed. We're at that point where we need to get rid of water before it freezes. So that's what I'm doing here, moving some of the water from that barrel into this barrel so I can move it and drain it. Because once these barrels freeze, guys, not good. What they tend to do is expand as they become ice, and then they'll split the barrels. You know, the seams, they will literally pop. So we get all the water out before everything freezes. Which brings on a whole new challenge up here when it comes to things like showering. So we'll keep a little bit of water in the main tank over there. We're going to drain that like 75% and keep the hose drained just in case. Any day now could wake up with a major freeze and then there ain't no draining water. So hopefully you guys are having a good one. Take it easy. Cheers.
Well, there you go, guys. That was 22 minutes of me doing stuff. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, thanks for your comment there on the log cabin build. Yeah, you know, I briefly contemplated building something with logs this time around, but you know, I learned the hard way that trying to build the place on your own with logs is quite a task. So yeah, that's why we just framed this time around. Way easier carrying 2x6s on your shoulder than it is logs. So there's that. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. I'm pondering perhaps doing this again. You know, put a few clips together and stream it like this. Might be a format I might be able to deal with. Why don't you guys let me know what you think, how this one went, if it's perhaps something you'd watch again. Let me know in chat. So yeah, has anybody got any questions? I'm not gonna just you know, make things up so I can keep chatting. So if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them. Don't want too much silence. Yeah, so it's you know, this time of the year is an interesting one because we're making that transition from you know, the dry weather into the snow season. And one of my biggest problems this time of the year is water, really, because as you saw in that last clip, I need to basically drain my water barrels and, you know, stow them. Because if I leave water in the barrels, even if they're just half full, once they freeze, it expands outwards and the barrels will split. So the transition from having water to no water and no snow yet is tough because I rely on the snow. Once there's snow in the ground, that's what I'll use to, you know, melt and use for showering, particularly showering. My drinking water, I haul drinking water all year round, but it is nice to have water on hand for showering and washing and so on. But so yeah, we're gonna have some cold weather here, freezing temperatures where there's no water and there's no snow on the ground. So you know, we'll be hauling creek water up for some of the showers until we get snow to melt. So fun times. Yeah, Juice Master. Thanks for chiming in there. Looking great. Do it again. Well, I appreciate that, man. You know, it's tough not having feedback from anyone, or no one watching, because, well, who wants to sit and talk to themselves in a camera? Every now and again, Ranger looks at me. He's sitting next to the, well, he's on his bed next to the wood stove right now, and every now and again he looks at me, and I know he's wondering who am I talking to. He thinks I'm talking to him occasionally, but yeah, feedback, guys. If it's something you'd watch again, let me know. What we got here? Progun Fred, why do you not boil creek water for drinking? Well, I think if I had a better filter system in place, I'd consider that. You know, when you live out in the boonies and you watch the kind of activity that moves through creeks, you'll question, you know, what's in the creek. You know, up here we don't have a lot of it. Giardia is not common, but it does happen. So I don't want to get any giardia. I know if I boil it, I should be safe, but there is quite a bit of sediment and little bits of, you know, bits and pieces of stuff in the water. So I'd have to filter it and then boil it. And I just don't have the good filter system in place. And maybe someday I'll work on that and have something in place where I can trust the creek water to drink. The one thing I've learned over the years, guys, is you might find a beautiful creek, and you know it's just got beautiful clear water, and it's just looks magical. But you know, further up that creek, there's probably a well-trafficked animal pathway where you'll find poop and all other sorts of things right alongside the creek. So you just never know what's happening further up. I know all the creeks in this area, and I know what critters walk through the creeks and use them and drink in them and wade about in them. So yeah, the filter part of that equation, Fred, is something that I need to work on. Sand bucket filter. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. It is possibly something I can do, and it is on the cards at some point. I will figure it out. So what else we got here? Yeah, you know, I've seen all sorts of methods of filtering water. Of course, there's the Berkey filter, which I think is a pretty reliable way to go. I know there's a bit of controversy a few months back or a year or so back on Berkey's claims about what they were filtering, and it turned out that maybe they weren't being honest. I didn't really follow that through. I don't know if you guys heard anything about that. But, you know, those Berkey filters do seem good. And there's other ways, you know, there's the traditional, you know, a carbon filter with a sediment type filter. So go through the sediment filter, through a carbon filter, and then you can always boil it. That's the ultimate safety. Yeah. I mean, I'd always do that up here, regardless of how I'm filtering it. I'd always boil it in the end. Droid Ian, hello. Coming in late here from Illinois, USA. Well, welcome, Droid Ian. You missed 20 minutes of me doing stuff, but you can always go back and view it. Thanks for swinging by anyways. Right now I'm just looking at chat and seeing if anybody has questions. So I keep going as long as there's questions, guys. I don't want to bore anyone. So if you have any questions, drop them in chat. Questions, ideas. Yeah, if it's got anything to do with living off grid, drop it in there. Yeah, so winter gets a little grizzly for me. I know some of you guys may know that halfway through winter last year, I blew up the snowmobile that I had, and I found myself having to hike in and out I don't have a driveway. You cannot get a vehicle up this mountain once the snow flies and we have a foot or more of snow. There is no driving up here unless you have some kind of specialized vehicle, which I don't. So I essentially park at the bottom of the valley and I hike up. Well, at least that's what I was doing last year. But fortunately, guys, I managed, let's just say I was extremely blessed to get my hands on a snowmobile. Extremely blessed, guys. I had little to nothing to do with it. So I have a snowmobile this year. A bit of a relief, actually a huge relief. So we can get up and down the mountain now once the snow's here. Last year was definitely a challenge. Hiking groceries up and hauling water on a sled. And all sorts of other things. Yeah, I have a few videos out there, clips you can find of me hauling a sled on foot up this mountain. Fun, but not fun. Can I have residential filters on a gravity feed system? Yeah, those residential filters I think can do a good job. Those are the two filters, the blue ones typically, that have the elements you can change out, a sediment filter and a carbon filter. That would work well here. I would, if I had it on gravity, I'd have to move my tank further up the mountain just so I can have, good flow to get through those filters. That's probably the way I should go. I'd like to move my tank further up and have a little bit of force to the gravity, because some of you may know my water tank is literally right behind my cabin. A little elevated, but right behind my cabin. Juice Master, what's your preferred method of entertainment? Movies, videos, books, throwing tennis balls for Ranger? Juice Master, that's a man, good question. Entertainment. Well, the first, I forget now, was it the first 2 years up here, I did not have internet, guys. And I'll tell you what, I got a lot more done. Yeah, this internet thing can be a real time sink at times. I try to discipline myself around, when I'm viewing or on internet, since I'm dependent on either batteries. I have a solar generator and or a gas generator, and I don't like to have those things running all the time. So I would say entertainment now, particularly in the evenings. I may run the generator for an hour, or if I have some juice in the solar gen, I will just watch some clips. I'm not really a movie guy. I like documentaries. Usually I'll tune into some documentaries. That's kind of my shtick. And then reading. I do find myself in winter, I love laying in bed. I open the window and I'll do reading. My window is at eye level at the bed, and I can look out, stare at the snow, have a fire going, and just read. So reading, the occasional documentary, and Ranger's always up for tennis balls. Somebody recently has bought me a few toys for Ranger, and he tends to tear them up pretty quickly. They last a day or two, and then they're just fluff and plastic everywhere. So Ranger and I do our walks quite a bit. Ranger's a working dog. He needs to be worked, otherwise he's a challenge. So in the good months when we can, we go for rides. Most afternoons I'll get on the quad and we'll shoot up the mountain. We'll do anywhere from sort of 8 to 12 miles. Ranger runs, I ride. And, so that's something we do. I just find, mainstream movies, it's just, a lot of it just seems like garbage to me. There was a day, back in the day, where I used to pay attention to movies and things, but I just find most of it absolute garbage nowadays. So, yeah. I watch a lot of stuff on, Mongolia tribesmen, reindeer herders, people living nomadic lifestyles. That's sort of my shtick, guys. I find that more interesting than what the latest drama thing is. Well, that's a long-winded answer. Juice Master. Droid Ian, my biggest issue living in a suburb without an AC through summer has been humidity, mold. Oh, yeah, I can't really speak to that, Droid Ian. I do remember living down in Florida way back in my early 20s. I was based out of Florida for some time, and mold was an issue there. I remember going through a few apartments and Florida condos. Mold always seemed to be an issue. The ugly stuff too, you know, the black mold. So yeah, I suspect I may have some mold in my roof. Guys, I did make some mistakes in building this place. I did not vent the roof correctly, and I suspect I may have some issues going on in the roof. So if you guys ever frame a cabin in the mountains in cold climates, snowy climates, make sure you put vents in the roof. That your roof can, you know, air can move through your roof in and out. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. Any more questions? Load me up. Otherwise, we're gonna call it a night. Yeah, tomorrow's Sunday, and you know, I've got a little bit of a commute to do on Sundays. I have to head to, you know, the old church. It's been a while. I've been a bad boy for a few weeks now, and so that's a 2-hour drive for me and 2 hours back. So it's a good chunk of the day, and if I don't go tomorrow, I'm gonna be in trouble. So I still have to shower, cook dinner tonight. I've got the fire ready outside. It's ready to go. As soon as the stream fishes up, I'll light it up and boil some shower water and get dinner going. And yeah, things are a little tight right now, guys. So I find myself cooking outside and not using the propane gas that I use for my little cooking stove. I'm pinching pennies right now. So even things like propane, I'll use it to do my coffee in the mornings or in the evenings at times, but most of my cooking right now is outside underneath that little A-frame you guys just saw me build. You know, the 20-minute A-frame build. Hey Ken, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, good night, mate. Yeah, have a good one. How long have we been going, guys? I have no idea. What is the time? 6 o'clock. All right, so, you know, just under an hour. Not bad. I see there's 23 viewers, guys. So far, there's been 147 views total and 23 concurrent viewers. So some of you are watching and you're not asking any questions. Come on, don't be shy. Just drop some questions in there. Like I said, I don't want to just sit here and stare at the camera. That'll be weird. Yeah, Scott Wallace, just a ridge vent and some soffit vents. Yeah, you got it, Scott. That is the thing that I did not do, and I don't know why I put it off, but I have some soffit vents that I really should just whack in. Of course, it won't be done correctly because I'll need them at several spots. And anyways, some venting is better than nothing, guys. So don't make the mistake I made. I remember in my old cabin, actually, Scott, the log cabin, I did not vent correctly either. Actually, yeah. Well, you learn, or you don't learn, guys. But yeah, the one winter I got a critter in the roof. I'm not sure how it got in there, but every night I'd lay in bed and I had, you know, a big A-frame roof on the log cabin, and every night I'd lay in bed in the loft and I could hear this up and down, up and down, this movement in the roof, and it was a critter. And let's just say it took me a couple months to get that, well, more than a couple months to get that critter out my roof. Eventually, I managed to get it out, enticed it out with some peanut butter, and I got rid of it. But, you know, laying in bed, listening to something running up and down your roof inside it is Not ideal. Just a side story there. Whoa, holy moly, guys, that's a first. Well, thank you, John Citizen. It looks like I just got a dono, mate. That's the first dono ever here on YouTube. So, man, I really appreciate that. From Australia. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thank you for that so much, mate. You have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, Juice Master, Roof Critter. Yes, it was a pack rat, guys. And, you know, let me tell you, pack rats are, man, they don't call them pack rats for nothing. They tend to grab everything you have laying around. They will tear fabric and blankets apart and string and all sorts of things, buttons. They will pack them and take them to their nest. And, you know, when they have babies, it's a real problem. So I had one pack rat underneath this cabin last year, and I don't know what possessed me. I should have just killed it, but when I did catch it, I put it, well, I caught it in a live bait trap, and I got on my quad. I put the trap on the quad, and I drove 8 miles up the mountain and set it free. So hopefully it doesn't make its way back. I haven't seen it yet, but I know I must be getting soft in my old age, guys. You know, hauling a pack rat 8 miles up a mountain so I could set it free. I know I'm losing it, guys. Losing it. Gary from Ireland, how's it going? Watching from Ireland. Well, greetings, Gary. Wow, Ireland, that's pretty cool, man. I've been hearing a few things about Ireland lately. Hopefully you guys are doing okay, and you know, everything works out. Welcome. Thanks for swinging by. Of course, you missed the 20-minute of clips, guys, for those of you tuning in now. Jordan, gray squirrels can get into roofs around here. Cool to watch, though. Mice are the worst. Yeah, you know, we have squirrels. We don't have gray squirrels around here, not that I know of. You know, we have the regular smaller squirrels. I'm not sure what breed of squirrel or they are, but you know, they typically hang out in trees and run around the ground here. Of course, Ranger's a big fan of the squirrels. By fan, I mean the squirrels are his arch nemesis. But I haven't had a problem with squirrels up here getting into anything. They kind of keep their distance, probably because of Ranger. Mice I have a problem with. We have a season here in summer and spring. I found a little nest under the cabin with some babies. Once again, I'm getting soft, so I hauled the babies and its mama away and freed them. Yeah, mice everywhere. I set a lot of traps for mice, guys. They're not a problem in winter, but as soon as winter's over, they start appearing. Not in anything in the cabin, guys. This is all outdoors, so fortunately, no mice inside yet. Pack rats get the 22 treatment. We both know I'm right, lol. No, honestly, I actually hauled the pack rat away and set it free this year, or the most recent one. But I have dispatched critters before with the 22. Actually, I have a funny story, guys. Several years ago, when I was living in my log cabin, I had this skunk that was getting into my chicken coop. And you know, skunks can be pretty brutal with chickens if they get hold of them. They will literally separate the head from the body. It's weird, but I had this problem, and it took me some time to eventually get this skunk caught. I essentially put a live bait trap with some eggs, chicken eggs, in the bait trap, and the skunk eventually went in there and I caught it. And I remember going out to the live bait trap, and the skunk was in there hissing and doing its thing. And I thought, how am I going to pick this live bait trap up now and deal with the skunk? So I eventually got a plastic bag, a trash bag, and I walked up to the little live bait trap, and I put the bag over the trap, and of course it was spraying, and I picked the trap up and I walked it up to the top of the property, thinking that I'd go back down and get my 22 and dispatch the skunk. And I don't know why, guys. I went down, got the 22, went back up to the cage, and for some reason I thought, nah, I'm just going to drive the skunk, you know, somewhere and set it free. So that's what I did, guys, with the plastic bag over the cage. And then I decided to go into town. And to make a long story short, guys, I didn't realize that I'd got a lot of the skunk scent on me. And I went into town and did some chores. And I was in the store, and I noticed a lady was kind of looking at me weird. And I was paying at the counter, and she said to me, she looked a little uncomfortable, and she said, sir, I don't want to be rude, but there's like, were you sprayed by a skunk? And that was the last place I was going to in town that day. I'd already been to like 3 or 4 places and interacted with people, and nobody told me, but apparently I smelled like a skunk and I didn't know. So yeah, it's easier just to dispatch them from a distance if you can, guys. Oh, there's a long story. Okay, bears. Yeah, I've had several bear issues up here. The first year that I was up here, my chicken coop was right outside the door here in a little hoop house, or what I call a hoop house. And I got woken up in the evening, and yeah, there's a bear up on the coop trying to find a way into the coop. And of course I had to bring out the boomstick and scare it away. And then it came back several times, and eventually I had to put a little bit of hurt on the bear to scare it off, and it left. So I've had they come around every now and again. I hear them in the evenings. I had a bear probably about a month and a half ago, up here. Security light came on. I poked my head out the window, and there the bear was. Black bears. And so they're around here. I see bear scat everywhere all the time on my walks and journeys around here. A lot of coyotes, guys. I have a lot of coyotes up here. They start to howl quite a bit this time of the year. Also, cats, a lot of predator cats, cougars. I hear them in winter all the time. And I'll see their scat. Wolves. We have some trappers up here baiting for wolves and predators, which isn't my favorite thing. Because, when you bait for predators, guess what happens, guys? The predators come. So yeah, I've got a little bit of everything wildlife-wise, guys. I woke up one evening, security light was on, and right at my gate here, literally 15 feet from my bed, were 2 wolves right on the fence line at the gate. So I just go about my business. I'm in their territory, guys. I just kind of live with what's here. I don't freak out too much. So there's that. Yeah, Droid Ian, we can hunt coyotes. Yeah, same here, guys. You can hunt coyotes here if you want to. I'm not a big fan of sport hunting. I mean, if you're going to take an animal and then eat it, that's fine. I'm not going to say you're a bad person because you're, taking out coyotes. I mean, if livestock is an issue, or pets have been attacked and there's actual problems, you got to do what you got to do. But as a sport, just for the sake of it, I'm not really into, taking animals that way. For tasty, delicious meat, yes, no problems. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Anything going on? I'm gonna shut her down here if nobody's got any good questions. Anything to say? That's how we roll here. I go off your feedback. Yeah. Well, okay, guys. I think oh, Juice Master. I respect your wolf position, but I side with the trappers as an elk hunter. No offense. Oh yeah, no problem, Juice Master. You know, I have no problem with other folks doing their thing. It's just not sport hunting's not my thing. Meat hunting, fine. So yeah, no issues, mate. There's far more important things to worry about than that. Mark A. Gagnon, are you live now? Yes, sir, I am actually live. Mark, it's been a while, mate. I know you've been watching and around for a long time, so yeah, welcome. But I think we're going to be shutting it down here soon, sir. Yeah, I'm doing good, Mark. Getting ready for the winter snow season here. You know, getting all my firewood in. You know, clearing the ground. You know, it's another thing I have to do. I do a lot of work around the cabin during the spring and summer seasons. There's always stuff on the ground, so I like to get everything up off the ground and cleared before the snow covers it up, and before I start driving a snowmobile up here. So a lot of cleanup still going on here. The woods, for the most part, my wood's cut, and you know, just getting into mental gear of dealing with winter here shortly. So life is good though, Mark. Howdy. KR, all right, thanks, mate. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for the input. You have a good one, sir, or ma'am. T. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm here, mate. Well, everybody's tuning in now, guys. When when I'm thinking about tuning out, everybody's dropping in chat. That's awesome. Cheers from Oregon. Stay blessed. Yeah, thank you, Angel Dust. Appreciate it. Thank you. You know, there is 20 minutes of clips that I just showed on the stream, guys. So if you're just tuning in now, you can watch the replay. There's a bunch of clips there that you folks might find interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, folks, I think we're going to call it an evening. Like I said, I've got to still heat up my shower water outside and get dinner cooked. So we'll do this again, guys. I'm going to try and shoot for another stream. I'm going to commit to another stream again next Saturday, same time. I'll make sure that everybody's notified. Subscribe. Do whatever you need to do. Yeah. I hate it when people say, subscribe, guys. You know that you'll subscribe if you want to. So you can be notified, yada, yada. But I'll do this again next Saturday. And I might do a midweek stream, guys, late in the evening. Just a hangout or something. So give me feedback, guys, if any of you are interested in something like that. Going into winter here, I'm going to try and up the whole YouTube effort. So, yeah. And, yeah, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, Tomahawk and Gab. Hey, welcome. You just dropped in now. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for swinging by. For those of you that don't know, I do share quite a bit of stuff on gab.com. You can find me there, Off Grid Warrior. I'm off the Facebook thing. I might get back on Twitter, actually, or X, now that things have changed there. But you guys can otherwise follow me on Gab. That's where most of my stuff is. Juice Master, do it more. I'll get you sooner. Thanks, mate. Well, I appreciate it. And I just want to give out another thanks, if he's still there, John Citizen, who donated $20. Mate, I really appreciate that. You have no idea how that helps out. That's pretty huge. So that's the first donation I've ever got. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So, okay, guys. On that note, I'm going to call it quits for the night. I appreciate everybody who came around, and we'll do it again next Saturday, and possibly a midweek hangout at some point in the evening. I'll drop more information on that, but definitely next Saturday, same thing. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming, and have a good weekend, a good Sunday, guys, and a good week. Take it easy. Cheers.